Coming up on this edition of our show, Tourism Director Debbie Robinson talks about National Tourism Week and more. Andrea Woodmansee and Zach Rich fill us in on an Open Arms Pregnancy Center upcoming Laugh for Life event. And we feature a recent interview with Mike Chadsey from the Ohio Oil and Gas Association. That is all ahead on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios, it's Talk of the Town with Perry Baranich.
Welcome to another brand new edition of Talk of the Town. We're coming to you as always from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. As always, thank you U.S. Bank for allowing us to be here because this is a great place to film. It really is. And we've had so many comments about the background, so it works out well. Debbie Robinson is in. She's the Executive Director for the Guernsey County Visitors and Convention Bureau. They do tourism right. I just made that up, you know that?
That's good. I like that. Maybe a new tagline, right?
Basically, that's what you do is tourism. And how are things going?
Things are going great. You know, with the spring and summer and warmer weather, visitors are picking up and started to come in. And pretty soon, all of our attractions will be open for the year. And we're very excited. And we do tourism, you're right. But in a couple of weeks, we're going to be celebrating National Tourism Week. And we will be recognizing all of our own tourism partners for all the wonderful things they do all year round.
And it sounds like there are many, many of them.
Yes, and most are volunteers. That's the wonderful thing about our community, whether it be the National Museum of Cambridge Glass, Living Word Outdoor Drama, the History Museum, Guernsey County History Museum, on and on and on. So many of them are run by volunteers, and that's what makes it special and us unique, and we want to tell our community how wonderful they are.
We do have a wonderful community, you know that?
We do.
And really, you couldn't do these things without volunteers.
No, we couldn't. We couldn't at our office. We're open on Saturdays because we have wonderful volunteers who come in and staff our office. But during National Tourism Week, we're going to do something very special. We're going to do something called Be a Tourist in Your Own Town, and we're inviting our community to come into our Tourist Information Center, 627 Wheeling Avenue, any day that week, including Saturdays.
Okay.
Get a travel guide, meet our staff, have a cookie, drink some punch, and sign up for great prizes. I have to write them down because I don't remember them all.
Okay.
So, if you come in on Monday, you can sign up for a gift certificate to Mosser Glass. Get it, Mosser Glass Monday. Townhouse Tuesday.
I see a theme developing here.
Wally's Pizza Wednesday.
Oh, that's a good one.
Theo's Restaurant Thursday.
Okay.
Freebie Friday, which means we've got all kinds of sweatshirts and notebooks and koozies that you can come in and just pick up that day for coming in.
Okay.
And Sweet Saturday. Guess.
Nothing but chocolate.
Nothing but chocolate.
How did I get
and
that? You know?
Kennedy's Bakery.
Oh, yes. You can't leave those two. Oh, you could just be sugared up for days there, you know.
And all of them each day, except for Freebie Friday, say that 3 times fast.
I'm not.
Are gift certificates. So we are encouraging folks who win to go in and purchase something at that establishment. So it is a nice way, again, just to recognize our community, our tourism industry, to get our community, our residents in, because the number one market in our community is visiting friends and relatives. So if you pick up that travel guide and you have folks coming to visit you this summer, we want you to come and visit some of the attractions and events in their own backyard.
It's interesting because I get the concept behind be a tourist in your own town. There are things in this town that, you know, I say, well, I never knew that was there. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that. So many things to do here that people aren't aware of.
That's exactly right. You can go to the fish hatchery at Seneca Lake and take a tour.
Yeah.
You sure can.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
No, see, you can. Yeah.
If you come to our Tourist Information Center, we can tell you that anytime and give you all kinds of information, little known facts and well known facts about our area.
Yeah. And there's so much to see and do here. And you need to take advantage of your area because it's good for the community.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that because tourism is big business. Now, these are numbers from 2015 that the State Tourism Department gave us. But in 2015, visitors spent, and visitors are people who are here on business. They're tourists, and they're visiting friends and relatives, but they spent a whopping $145 million.
Whoa.
Yes,
Whoa,
that's
$1 million?
right. $1 million.
Oh my.
We
Wow.
employ over 1,700 people in our community in tourism-related jobs. So it's big business in our town, and it means, in our county, and it means a lot to the residents as well.
Oh yeah, well, it is good for your community. That's a staggering dollar amount. I would have never ever thought that. And probably people out there would say, that's news to me. But it's real.
And you think about it, well, someone comes spend the night, okay, that's tourism. We understand that. They spend the night in one of our hotels or B&Bs or cabins. But what you don't think are eat at the restaurant or purchase gas or the campers who go to our grocery stores to buy supplies. But what you don't think about are the indirect sales. Say a restaurant uses one of our dry cleaners to launder all of their linens, table linens. That's an indirect job. That's an indirect cost because maybe they've had to hire a part-time person to keep up with that particular laundry. So that's an indirect amount, but it is tourism nonetheless.
And we indirectly, and we've got less than a minute, when we say, hey, why don't you come into town and see this or that, we all have an indirect part in tourism as well.
We are all ambassadors, Perry.
That's a great line right there. And we are all ambassadors. So we've got about 45 seconds. How do you want to wrap this up?
I want to encourage people to come and see our community. If you live here, get out and go to those places you say you've never been. Spend your money here, bring in your friends and relatives, and for heaven's sakes, enjoy the summer. It's upon us.
As we always encourage you to do, please shop locally because it benefits us all. Debbie Robinson, the Executive Director of Guernsey County Visitors and Convention Bureau, good to see you and thanks for coming in. Much success for 2017 and beyond.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out about Laugh for Life, so don't go away.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Bill Dixon finds and sells some unique items and hard-to-find local collectibles. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the Classic Difference. The Classic Difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the Classic Difference for yourself.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Hey, welcome back, and thank you for watching Talk of the Town. And we really hope you enjoy the shows. I mean, that's why we do it. We have fun. Yeah, we do. Andrea Woodmansee is the Executive Director of Open Arms Pregnancy Center here in Cambridge, and Zach Rich joins her. He's a board member for the Pregnancy Center. And by the way, Zach, I want to say congratulations on the upcoming birth of your child number 3.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool, yeah. See, you can't tell me anything.
Right.
People have to know about it. But good to see you guys.
Nice to see you.
What's going on at Open Arms Pregnancy Center?
Open Arms Pregnancy Center, we've just seen a lot of growth this last year. We really are focused on seeing transformation in our community. One of our themes last year was compelled to act. And so the Pregnancy Center has felt very compelled to act and make a difference in our community. So, we've partnered with other organizations to bring Reggie Dabbs into several of the local schools, and that was amazing to watch. He reaches 1.5 million teens a year through the Youth Alliance, and that was incredible. The other new thing we have is we have a new nurse manager named Kelsey Boer, and she will be going through training next month. And so our ultrasound program will be up and running again in July.
Okay, and that's very beneficial to the community.
Very.
Yeah.
Yes. Women are able to see life in the womb, and if they are considering, if they're considering terminating the pregnancy, 9 in 10 women will not when they have an ultrasound.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's very important.
Very.
Zach, would you give us an overview of what Open Arms Pregnancy Center is all about, the different services that you provide?
They offer so many services. One thing that they do is just pregnancy tests. Women can go in and take a medical pregnancy test and get an answer right then. I think one of the biggest things that I like about it is that it's not just pro-life, they're not just promoting life, but I would call it more pro-improvement of life. A focus on not just having this life born, but also watching this baby grow with a strong family nucleus and really strengthening the family up. I think that's super important in the improvement of life.
And when you're talking about Open Arms, the strengthening the family is of utmost importance, is it not?
Right,
yes.
right.
And they offer, there's counseling services that you can do, Earn While You Learn program, where they can actually get supplies while they learn about how to be a parent, which can be a scary thing.
And a lot of, especially younger girls who have no idea what it means to be a parent, and suddenly they're thrust into this situation.
Yeah, and we're also, I think the other thing too, this year we've decided to partner with Forever Dads. And also because, like Zach said, we're looking at that family nucleus, and dads are super important. So now we're not just focused on the baby and then just focused on the mother. We're looking at dads too.
Wow.
So we're just looking at really that whole picture.
Wow. You've got an event coming up I know you want to talk about. It's called Laugh for Life. Tell us all about that.
Yes. Well, usually this time of year, we would have a walk for life. We decided to try something a little different, and even though it is like a fundraiser, we are calling it a friend raiser.
Explain that one, because I noticed that on the website and I thought, okay, I need an explanation of that. What's the concept behind that?
A friend raiser, I think what's nice about this event is you can invite your parents, your grandparents, your kids. So it's very family friendly. So everyone can attend. Where at a banquet and a walk you might see a select group attending. So we're looking for more people to get involved with the Pregnancy Center, share the vision with more people, and also laughter is just a really great way to, it really is good medicine.
It is great medicine, yes it is.
So we will be taking a love offering at that event. There also is just a very low ticket price. It's just $5. But the comedian, he is a...
who's going to cause us to do the laughing?
He is they call him Hollywood's stand-up comic.
Okay.
And so what he does is hours and hours of entertaining audiences as there's set changes. So he would be like when he was on the Drew Carey, involved with the Drew Carey show, or Becker, or Just Shoot Me. He was also involved with the script writing for Veggie Tales. So just a really funny guy. And so he'll be coming all the way from LA. to join us that night.
You know, as a parent, you know, let's talk about Veggie Tales. That is so great for kids.
Yes, it's great for kids, and I enjoy it too. There's a lot of stuff there's a little bit of adult humor in it that they don't understand that I understand. I think with the event, I think an important thing is to remember that it is a family event and bring your family out. I stress taking my kids anywhere just because you don't know how they're going to act, but this is going to be a family environment. And a lot of people I talk to, they're a little leery about it, but no, get the whole family out there. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, and it, you know, we don't laugh enough. We don't laugh enough. I know. So this is a family event to where you're probably, and from what I understand, he is a very funny man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's very funny. I've watched several of his skits and everything, so I'm excited to have him. And it's just something. It's doing something different. It doesn't have the stress of getting sponsors and then having to walk. It really is showing up to an event, having a great time, and getting to support a great organization.
A date night for your family is what it could be.
A date night for the family, and the cost is very affordable for everybody.
Yes.
So proceeds from this event, what are some of the things that you'll be using them for?
Right. Well, proceeds are definitely going to help with our maintaining the Earn While You Learn program, because we have more and more clients coming in, and one of the things that we really see clients getting is baby beds. So we've been very crucial in a lot of families' lives because we're supplying the bed for their child, and that's exciting. But the other thing is training our nurse manager is a huge expense, for the center, but it's really it's so important that she be excellently trained.
Okay,
that pays off.
And we are out of time.
Oh,
the event is Friday, May 19th, 7 to 9 at the Pritchard Laughlin Civic Center. I've been talking with Andrea Woodmansee and Zach Rich. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
Much success with the event and with Open Arms.
Thank you.
And we'll be back to wrap this one. Back with more Talk of the Town right after this. I got ahead of myself.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Bundy Law Funeral Home, locally owned since 1924, has earned the confidence of families they serve in the area. They provide quality service to the area every day and understand at the time of need you want to find comfort in dealing with folks that know you and honors your faith and customs. You'll get straightforward answers on prices, services, and pre-planning. You'll find they offer a variety of options to personalize your funeral service. See Chris Gibson, Jim Law, or Jacob Coe at Bundy Law Funeral Home.
The Old Country Loft features country curtains in stock or order that special design to customize your decor. You can also pick out braided or decorative woven rug from her large selection in stock. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Talk of the Town Show and stay up to date.
Hey, welcome back to Talk of the Town, coming to you as always from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. Well, our own Daniel Barnett recently sat down with Mike Chadsey from the Ohio Oil and Gas Association, and Mike had some really great information about the future of oil and gas in our area. That's something that we're all interested in, so we thought we wanted to replay this for you. So here's Daniel and Mike.
And we are back with Mike Chadsey. Mike, once again, is the Director of Public Relations for the Ohio Oil and Gas Association, and we had so much info to talk about on our last show that we didn't get to all of it.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about where the oil and gas industry is right now, talked about some statistics on production, permitting, and of course the ethane cracker, which is going to be a huge deal for this area.
Absolutely.
But now we wanted to talk a little bit about kind of building on that idea of the ethane cracker plant. There's this effort among oil and gas industry folks at the moment called the Shale Crescent. And tell us a little bit about what the goal of the Shale Crescent is.
So Shale Crescent USA is essentially a marketing effort put together by some oil and gas producers, some business folks, some folks in manufacturing in and around the Marietta area, to say that if you took Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia and it became its own country, it'd be the third largest natural gas producer in the world.
Wow. Who are the first two?
So the U.S. is number one.
Okay.
And then you've got Russia and Canada and some countries in the Middle East rounding out 4 and 5.
Okay.
And so when you talk about the U.S., you're really talking about the Gulf Coast. And so when you look at the advantages that they have versus the advantages that we have, we have some good things going for us here.
Sure.
And that has everything to do with the skilled labor, skilled workforce, the Ohio River for manufacturing your product, also for taking in raw goods and sending out, materials. But it's also, the natural gas, and that's the big thing that we're hanging our hat on. And so when you look at we're the third largest natural gas producer in the world, we also have the cheapest natural gas in the industrialized world.
Okay.
And so what Shale Crescent is doing is targeting the top 100 or so highest end users of gas, the folks that use more gas than anybody else around the country and around the world, and have said to them, look, folks, if you're going to start a new business, expand your current business, you might want to look at the Mid-Ohio Valley because of those reasons. And so it's an all-volunteer effort that we're very proud to be a part of, and talking about the advantages in, the Mid-Ohio Valley.
Now, let me ask what might be a dumb question. Why, this area produces natural gas and oil. Why is natural gas so, for lack of a better term, hot right now?
That's a good term to put it in. And so I think for a couple of reasons. One, we don't produce the volumes that they do in the Texas or the Dakotas or any other places out west. And so what originally was thought to be a crude oil play turned out to be a natural gas play.
Okay.
And that is just like our friends down in West Virginia and Pennsylvania. And so the Appalachian Basin, because of just the amount of gas being produced out of these wells, the laterals are becoming longer. You're seeing different frac stages. So there's a lot of things that companies are doing to try to make them more prolific. But as they are right now, they're some of the best wells around. And so, as we alluded to in the previous conversation, our producers are really retreating to that pure dry gas window in Jefferson, Belmont, and Monroe County. And as you find more end users for that gas, whether it's a power plant or a facility in manufacturing something, that's what folks are chasing, as an end user for that gas. And the closer you get it to the wellhead, the better it is for the producer and for the community, because you're drilling for the gas here, you're processing it, compressing it, and shipping it maybe just down the road. And so you're keeping the product here. And so at the end of the day, we just need more end users, what we call burner tips.
Right. Now, you alluded to this last show when we talked, that as the infrastructure improves, that the producers might start looking more and more inland, so to speak, from the sort of edge of the Utica Shale. And I know one of the efforts right now in doing that is Wayne National Forest. Obviously, there's been a lot of media around that effort to allow speculation in Wayne National Forest. So, first of all, what would you say to detractors? Obviously, there is the concern for the environment. There is the concern for disrupting that national forest.
Sure.
What do you say to that person?
Well, there's a couple things when you talk about the Wayne National Forest. It is true it's Ohio's only national forest, but there is a difference between a forest and a park. And so there's some things in federal law that basically allows and encourages the exploration of oil and gas and coal and timber and aggregates out of forest as an economic incentive for the government. For those who say, boy, I have concerns about riding my horse or my snowmobile or fishing or hiking, I will tell you that even though the Wayne has leased minerals to companies, there also has a requirement for a state permit to actually drill and set up the pad and things of that nature.
Right.
But I will also tell you that there is a great likelihood that the state will have folks that have non-surface disturbance pads. So basically, you may not see a well pad within the forest on its surface. That well pad could be located upwards of a mile outside of the actual forest on private property.
Right, which is something that wouldn't have been possible before horizontal drilling, correct?
Correct, yes. And that's a great point to talk about. There are already, I'd say, 1,000, 1,200 conventional wells located in the forest today. And so, as you said, with horizontal drilling, I can be a mile out on Farmer John's property, and I can drill underneath with very little, if any, Wayne National Forest surface disturbance. And what's interesting about the Wayne is that it's not one contiguous piece of land like a lot of the national parks and forests are out west.
There's a lot of private ownership.
It's pieces
in
and parts. And so you've got scenarios where it's federal surface, federal subsurface, federal surface, private subsurface.
Okay. And vice versa.
And vice versa. And so there are pieces and parts of that from Monroe County all the way down to Washington County. And so what you've seen is there are some private minerals that have been essentially held hostage because of the lack of leasing taking place by the feds. Because you can't get that mile-some long lateral straight through because you're going to eventually run into some federal minerals.
Right.
And so they recently just leased about 1,100 or so acres to the tune of $5 million money into the federal coffers, and some of that comes back to counties. And so you haven't seen any permits issued yet, but to your point, there's some folks that are taking a look at the minerals that are in, on, and around and under the Wayne because they think there's going to be some great minerals there.
Right. Well, Mike, I appreciate you doing 2 segments with us.
A lot to talk about.
A whole lot
to
talk about, and probably a lot more to talk about in the future, so I'm
yeah.
sure you'll be back.
Yep.
If folks have questions, concerns, want more information in general about what oil and gas is doing, and in particular UGA, the Ohio Oil and Gas Association, how do they get in touch with you?
So I would say our website is ooga.org if you want to know what we're about. But there are also 2 other websites, particularly the Energy Information Administration, sort of a nonpartisan reporting agency out of the Department of Energy and the federal government. That's a good one. And then if you want to know a little bit about what's in state statute as far as the regulatory, or as you said in the production numbers, the Ohio Department of Natural Resources Oil and Gas Division, they'll tell you exactly what permits have been issued, what's the status of the well being drilled or drilling or producing, what company, what township, all that information's at the ODNR.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
You bet. Thank you, Danny.
Thanks again to Daniel Barnett for filling in for me and for Mike Chadsey. And we'll be back to wrap this one up right after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Bundy Law Funeral Home, locally owned since 1924, has earned the confidence of families they serve in the area. They provide quality service to the area every day and understand at the time of need you want to find comfort in dealing with folks that know you and honors your faith and customs. You'll get straightforward answers on prices, services, and pre-planning. You'll find they offer a variety of options to personalize your funeral service. See Chris Gibson, Jim Law, or Jacob Coe at Bundy Law Funeral Home.
That is going to do it for this edition of Talk of the Town. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks again to our very special guests, Tourism Director Debbie Robinson, Andrea Woodmansee, Zach Rich, and Mike Chadsey. Hey, the easiest way, you want to know the easiest way to watch current and past episodes of Talk of the Town? You really interested? It's to subscribe to your YRP TV. That's our exclusive YouTube place, YRP TV. That's yourradioplace.com/YRP TV. And again, like us on Facebook, because we like it when you like us on Facebook. It makes me happy, it makes Adam happy, and that's the way that goes. For producer director Adam Green, I'm Perry Bronish. We'll see you next time on Talk of the Town. What did I just say?
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.